$2,010 in a total. Sitting GrowSnoobs on the field for a best of 5, Danny. So it could be fast or could take the whole day. GrowSnoobs themselves previously have defeated You Choose, and that was a long game. Same goes for Gotham City, who defeated OEA Gaming for both of these series. Danny, it took 5 games, all to the very end, to figure out who's going to be the winner.
Or so as well, 1 goal distance, a 30-second OT in that one in the Snake. I was looking and waiting at his perspective to see whether we do see the living legend as EKON would like to put one into the back of the net. That hasn't occurred, so already we have a fair between these sides. A bit cagey though, as KUXIR not getting the first goal.
Is anybody in support for BADNEZZ? Tokyo is pretty deep. PISKY. EKON gets revenge on for PISKY on BADNEZZ, but all of those demos, nice fireworks, but so far haven't made any openings. I say bad with a beautiful ground pinch. BADNEZZ collects the ball, makes it work, and we have a goal for Gotham.
Well, one that we've been looking for at some time, RYSFOX, who has been considered one of the rising stars to be cliche here on the Rocket Jam. Bit of an early mistake already, and while we do see Gotham take an early lead, it's how well they can hold it already.
Look at that on the back wall, RYSFOX. This could be a setup for EKON as BADNEZZ cannot find a clear. More touches backboard on the ground. PISKY angle is not quite right. But the GrowSnoobs are still holding out strong. They're in control. Every single clear goes back to their cars, and they keep on throwing it back in. It's going to be a game of attrition, Danny, by the looks of it. One clear comes in. No, we're still back to the middle of the field, and Tokyo needs to be faster than RYSFOX, and that were otherwise that would have been a goal. But to commit, this might be a run the other way.
KUXIR, what does he have to whip up here? We've been talking about nutrition. There'll be a calorie count in this regards here as that boost wasn't ideal. The pitch was running slow. Good block here, and that shot wayward side here. You would expect it to be blasted. That's the second attempt here that GrowSnoobs not able to put something on target of meaningful value.
You could see GrowSnoobs are not shy about hunting the goalies of Gotham City. Deep in the net was KUXIR being chased away. There's a miss, but that sort of throws everything for a loop, both the defense and the offense. And so KUXIR and company are trying to create something. BADNEZZ, incredibly important interception, as EKON were already going to intercept the pass in the air. Is the man himself still rocking that Season 2 World Champion banner, and for a good reason, Danny.
Well, he should have been a 2-times World Champion, not to annoy, of course, our North American counterparts, but what a time that could have been, and rocking it rightly so here. One of the living players that has been at the top for so long here, maybe not as high as he once used to be, but so far here in terms of performance, you can't fault him.
He's right here in Rendez-Vous, and for us, Danny, that's all that matters. EKON, that's a banger off the crossbar and down. Finally, a pass that just cannot be intercepted, cannot be chased. On that one, he had so much power.
So much, and yet KUXIR was in the right position. At least had maybe a sniff up the save. But GrowSnoobs have knocked twice before. Third time is apparently the charm. And so far, 2 minutes still left here. You would just maybe have that sort of gut feeling. Is this the moment where the match slightly turns on its head? I would suggest not yet.
RYSFOX has to rush for it as KUXIR finds himself an attempt from a midfield. Still on the ball is the Italian, and he is looking for opportunities. Slow play, careful. He knows that the opposing team needs to come to him, and he utilizes that to his best abilities. And we see if Gotham City can get out of their own half of these series of bumps, almost resulting in yet another GrowSnoobs goal, but Gotham City persevere, still need to find another clear, as something about GrowSnoobs positioning is just so perfect. They keep on collecting the ball midfield and not allowing Gotham City to get out.
Ball over. The advantage skiing down. Of course, this flank will be the real question as KUXIR now tips it to the side. BADNEZZ with options, of course, back into the middle. That's a bit unusual here, but KUXIR in Tokyo has been playing for some time, and of course the bubble scene, about 1-2 particular decent runs and other events as well. So it is part of the question, does BADNEZZ fit into it? There he is, rotating third man, the two link up, and that's a shot on target. Great save by EKON.
got 2 out of Gross Snoops, and now they're on the counter-attack themselves. RYSFOX crossbar out. There's EKON backboard. That's PISKY on the follow-up. They have no more players to get an immediate shot on the target, but they also Gotham City need to recover. And you can see even with 3, an incredibly dangerous RYSFOX doesn't even need a bump. And Gross Snoops just nullified the defense of Gotham City.
Nullified, neutralified, and at this point here they've acidified. Burned right through the defense. What can you do? Very little when you have passing options here at the other side. You thought maybe Tokyo just have EKON beat. It's a funny old game sometimes, and it could even get more funnier as this one here gets blocked away, and once more it's being played into the middle.
Return to the blue side of the field, if only for a moment. Gross Snoops wanted to press their advantage straight off the kickoff. And another 2v2. RYSFOX, I think, was looking for something else. A bit of a miss, but it's a time that is taking away for Gotham City another little open net opportunity. Not for Gotham, for Gross Snoops. This immediately is going to drop down. We're not going to see any last second chances. Gross Snoops just got more chances. It's going to be looking pretty equal right here, but as it stands for final finishing touches, it was Gross Snoops hitting crossbar, hitting the woodwork all around the place. And this 2-1, I think, is well-deserved with how well their shots were placed, Danny.
Wash your tongue out, Jam, suggesting they played better than KUXIR on the pitch. No, in all seriousness, they did. They played a fairly standard game with the sense of moving the ball quite round, quite freely. That attacks, as you described, you know what, it was quite decent here. But let's not kid ourselves at one point here. It's required here Gotham City to score. They kick them into action. So it is a case of who will respond in when times gets tough. But unfortunately, there is a few jack-o'-lanterns maybe round this one there.
We are at Forbidden Temple. And KUXIR talking about BADNEZZ are looking for a bit of a bounce back. Still looking to see also what's their game plan is going to be. For EKON, PISKY, and RYSFOX, it is your usual 3 players overload. Dangerous building in front of the Gross Snoops net immediately as the game starts. But for Gotham City, we haven't seen them that much in straight up action. So let's see what another 5-minute bring. And it all starts with KUXIR from the defense, intercepted.
Back wall, and it will be BADNEZZ who at least take the sting out of the potential play. PISKY just as a good friend of ours would describe controlling the midfield line, and that's a dangerous position. EKON's forced that one to the back post itself, and crossbar save. And back into the middle, nobody had found it, so it should be a simple ball downfield, and by BADNEZZ standards, that's not good enough.
That KUXIR save, I would have put it in my own net, Danny. There's no doubts about that. That's why he is the world champion. And that's what RYSFOX might be the future world champion. I feel like eyes have been on that player for a while now. And he is among those who knows how the new RLCS season is going to show up. For now, he is just taking names in Rendez-Vous right here on the rock.
Are you sticking your neck out there with a bold prediction, the next sort of world champion, perhaps?
Sure. I mean, he is Belgian. This is almost, he's almost French, and you know how good the French are.
They're not that good. I'm just trying to wind up the French, and we all know how dangerous they can be.
Speaking of the French, if you would like to see this tournament in French, Lorry Drivers and Alexit Flick are currently playing on a Rocket Baguette channel. That's twitch.tv/Rocket Baguette. Our wonderful French colleagues are covering that, as well as the semi, and of course, we're going to meet in the grand finals and be covering the same matchup. So, twitch.tv/Rocket Baguette for all of your French coverage of Rendez-Vous and many other tournaments as well.
The French is well decorated and covered here. This particular quarter-final here in the English channel. As KUXIR not able to get through this one here, BADNEZZ will just poke this one at a position not necessarily ideal here, and it will be a required block at best here. Can it just be hammered on home, or at least a bit of thunder to it? And so far, PISKY's demo will release temporarily, swap possession to the other side of the pitch.
How about this touch? No, to the side. And PISKY, KUXIR, solo effort versus 2, gets a flick going. But for 2 defenders, KUXIR needed a second flick. Some sort of a flick reset. God knows what Hugh could be beating them with, but not this time. As we're headed for yet another stalemate midfield. Tokyo, I swear he shouldn't have had this opportunity. This was not his goal to take, and yet he just collects it because nobody else could.
I strongly disagree. A backflip and a rotation is back to the third man. That's just an opportunity. Just steal and grab. It's just working around here, and if you maybe a particular relic with a Swansea sort of feel to it, that's what you would like to have at the weekend. Not to be found, of course. Here is another potential opportunity that Tokyo could have got on to the end of it, but decided not to.
There's KUXIR. A miss on the ball. It means Tokyo is out of contention as well. Tries to be a little bit of a nuisance for EKON and does so with no boost. He's just going to be a player in the middle, and even those touches are working out for him. Little drop. RYSFOX is already at the bottom of it, but KUXIR loves to keep the ball in. Penalty area, final third, call it what you will, but it's Gotham City with possession, not with the ball. BADNEZZ gets the boost at the very least, so 1 out of 3 ain't too bad.
I would say that's a poor mark there, personally, John, but I'm not marking the paper. You must be a lot lenient than I am.
Danny, but you are constantly marking the papers.
I'm too busy writing the papers these days, Joe.
Alrighty. How about this shot? PISKY? No, just sails on through. There's a couple of sad trombones in the background. Wop, wop.
What?
Wop.
Sad?
Happy trombones?
That's delightful!
Oh yeah. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. KUXIR97
sits there mocking the entire rocket crew of about, what, 30, 40 people sitting there watching this grey-haired old caster, not talking about Jara Jam, and referring to myself here and going, we've got KUXIR. Oh, why are we not excited enough?
Danny, to make it clear, the sad trombones were for PISKY missing the save.
That wasn't sad. I was delighted when that happened.
Okay, point made. And point taken. How about these shots, though? BADNEZZ makes a save on shot from EKON. Gross Noobs were definitely don't want to hear any more trombones or any other sort of musical instruments. But it keeps on happening that Gotham City have to send 2 for a save. And so far, their positioning and boost management are still good enough to keep their overall defensive line intact. But it could be problematic if it keeps on going.
Particular so, John, but I might disagree. There will be one particular instrument that's still to be played here, and that is, of course, the harp. Will it be continuing on here and pull on to the strings? Here is EKON looking to remove the heartstrings of myself here. That's a fabulous pass, and it is tied at 2-2.
That's 13 seconds, and Gross Noobs got themselves back into the game. RYSFOX with tons of patience, and that placement, perfect. Then again, there was a lot of a net to cover. Gotham City have to pick themselves up, go up again. Nobody should be really taking much possession of it, although there's EKON on the follow-up. Is there enough rotation from Gotham City? Are they positioned well enough? There's a bit clear, but nobody at the end of it. He's not just going to be looking to drop the ball, and RYSFOX brings it into the overtime. Gross Noobs would love to take the second game and put themselves on the match ball.
Was played at least quite well enough to get to OT. It's just a case of what can you do. It's backboard already, as Gotham already required an OT to get to the stage at the tournament. Off here, off the Rendez-Vous, it's just EKON's turn now to maybe just cause a few problems here, as this one still trapped off the left hand side of Gross Noobs. It's just whether they can get away with it.
Oh, this falls straight down into the BADNEZZ's lap. And he's gonna take it, just like Tokyo has taken the other goal that Gross Noobs just could not reach. This was all supposed to be a clear by PISKY. A missed touch on the wall read makes all the difference in the world. We are tied in a series. Gotham City take game number 2.
Joe, I won't name which particular member that was winding me up in the green room, Jam. As you may have heard, that KUXIR reached the quarterfinal. KUXIR, could be reaching a semi-final if this keeps on going, slightly nip and tuck here. But Joe, what BADNEZZ, good shot, good bit of resistance on trying to get the gross news to be broken down. And we actually do have a series on our hands.
We have indeed. Gotham City, again, just kept on playing their game, kept their head down. Sometimes they did look up to make those wonderful shots against Tokyo BADNEZZ. And of course, the man himself, KUXIR97 on board, had 3 saves in the previous game. This time decided to just limit himself to shooting, and he did not score the overtime winner, but he is still the reason why Gotham City has won. Everybody from Gotham on the board and looking pretty nice and slick for game number 3.
Well, thank you. I thought you were referring to my hair there for half a second. But, Joe, what is slightly unusual, that isn't so, as smooth as polished. Normally the player is ready, quickly up jump. There is a slight bit of roughness, a bit of wildness here. Tokyo has decided to sort of slow the game down a bit. Already taking the full 60 seconds to sit there and ponder what's next here. The side that won the last game surely be feeling, all right, let's bring it on. We have no reason to delay. So what's in store? That's what I would like to see.
RYSFOX gets removed, and that's BADNEZZ on his defensive rotation. That's curious. There's still some collection of boost that goes in the favor of Gross Noobs. This pinch could have been deadly, and we've seen a lot of challenges just absolutely just bypassing the defensive lines and getting into the net. Gotham City, I think, collecting a couple themselves. So far, restricted to their own net as yet another play comes in on through. I want to see Gotham City, once again, just roll out as 3 and have more options to follow up the attack.
Densely, one attack requires, of course, a defense to match it. Both sides have been playing fairly okay in that particular department, but it has been the shooting, it has been the standout so far. That's blocked, not good enough. Into the middle here is BADNEZZ able, not required to defend here. Kux with one shot, and it will be posted out, and it should have been 1-0.
One thing about these passes is when somebody like KUXIR97 receives it, you know that he had 10,000 of these just go his way, and he knows exactly how to receive it. Incredibly dangerous moment, but just a tad too high, and I do not blame KUXIR97 for aiming higher. He absolutely deserves it. For now, still looking for the first goal in this game number 3. BADNEZZ, that's a good little move on the corner, but it is Gotham City finding themselves once again in their own half, and what are the options?
Good downfield. That's a particular outcome that they would like to see here, but a transitional play, no defender, and PISKY with his preservation with 1-0 onto the board here. Gotham City has just got darker.
Who's last? It's BADNEZZ. PISKY is literally 20 feet above him, almost on the ceiling. In no way this was savable or takeable. Gotham City pushed themselves pretty hard without any possession as well, and as a result get punished with a precision. Master play, EKON and PISKY.
Once more, trying to scramble a few ways out of this one here, and Kux surely should be dropping back here, and that's a poor pass. Both sides here giving fairly cheap possession away here. Should be a little bit more composed, as this double will certainly help things. Good read defensively in the grand scheme of things by EKON, who has been outstanding in the last 4 full rendezvous. The 5th one maybe just has his time to win it once more.
But it is BADNEZZ, KUXIR, and Tokyo in his way. And then, of course, the semis, and then, of course, the grand finals. We have plenty of teams that can threaten Gross Noobs. And, of course, Red and Gotham City double save PISKY of KUXIR's shot. And they are going to be wiping the sweat off their brows. Gross Noobs, that was a dangerous moment. How about this one? Tokyo honestly just took away 2 defenders. They were frozen. And on that attempt, Danny, feels like Gotham City should have taken some.
Not everything is for your eyes only here. It seems to be as BADNEZZ. Like, there's that one there, but your eyes could have been deceived earlier. KUXIR's 3rd man throw attempt on that one could have backfired. This time it's a delay here, and this is technically quite good by PISKY. Just delayed and being 1 out at about the 2-minute mark here. Of course, Gross Noobs is playing this game quite well from a game management point of view too.
That's one of their strengths. The other one is they are faster to the ball, repeatedly faster to the ball into the challenges. And that spells trouble BADNEZZ with a good shot, but not exactly on target. And immediately counterattack from GROSSNOOB stars. There is almost no transitional pause for GROSSNOOBs. 1 second they're defending, the other one you're already seeing that the ball is midway through the field and already barreling towards Gotham Cities.
Tokyo starts taking out himself, and of course Cook's good demo. This should be goal number 2, double demo in the grand scheme.
That's an ace.
I don't think we play that type of game here, Joe.
A man can dream. A man can dream. Tokyo returns the favor, and as GROSSNOOBs are in defense themselves, this could spell, or at least this spells almost 30 seconds remaining, and GROSSNOOBs still in the lead. So far, 1 goal games up until this point, and this is looking the same way. But where is a chance for Gotham City? BADNEZZ pass, no shot. I would prefer for him to look for a man in the net.
Don't mind whether it was a shot or a pass. It's just a case of what actually of the quality. This should be a goal, and that's, I'm sorry to say, but that was diabolical decision making by Gotham City. Should have passed over to KUXIR. That's relying on this ball with enough speed here. That's given an opportunity.
Oh God, what a pass, what a pinch, and what a shot as well. BADNEZZ on point. That's just from downtown, as almost as downtowny as it gets. We're going to be seeing yet another overtime. Gotham City would love to finish this in regulation. They also need to be careful. Tokyo with 10 boost has to reach out and whew, breathe out, Danny. We're still good.
Still good. But it could get better for, of course, these sides. Would be match point in Tokyo for the 2nd consecutive time for Gotham City. Gets a defensive touch. He needs to be in the net here. BADNEZZ will get the save. And just like this here, what can BADNEZZ do? From goal stopper to scorer? Well, unfortunately not here, but he has at least given option for Tokyo. He's squandered his 1 chance, and PISKY, well, he's been blocked again by the man of the moment.
The problem is nobody else is on backboard. Well, shots come in, not precise. RYSFOX still makes Gotham City quiver just a little bit. That's an empty net. KUXIR needs to roll across it. He might get a touch, but it's not the clear that he was looking for. Right here, this opening from a demo. That's Tokyo rushing in from a respawn is how GROSSNOOBs have created this opening. And that's how they take 2nd game. And most importantly, they take the match point, or they are now on the match point, 1 game away from moving into semis.
The grand scheme of things, it wasn't a bad idea, but again, the demo, as you rightly pointed out, scuffed the plan. Got a soft touch of any into the middle. The 2nd man sweeps, brings it downfield, buys a bit of time as well. Control of the pitch for at least a few seconds. Gotham City might feel hard done by, but mind you, Jam, arguably here, PISKY has been the best player for GROSSNOOB for some time there, and it's about time that, you know, maybe we might need to shift the focus onto him instead of RYSFOX. It hasn't been necessarily he's been playing bad, it's just the other one has stepped up more.
I can see that, but to me it also feels like GROSSNOOBs, everybody on that team is imperative to that team. You take one out, you replace him with somebody else, no longer the GROSSNOOBs, no longer as an efficient unit.
Excuse me, I'm available.
Okay, well, if you would replace somebody on GROSSNOOBs right now to make sure that they win the series in this whole tournament, who are you replacing then?
The bench or the water bottle.
Okay, fair enough. All right, how about this? KUXIR? Nope, he was looking. Is there going to be a pass or anything? But BADNEZZ collects the ball, but nothing to come out of it. Gotham City, this is an elimination, Danny, so Gotham City absolutely need to win this series. There are no second chances. For GROSSNOOBs, there's just 1 game away, potentially 1 goal away, as once again, every single game so far in the series has been a 1 goal differential.
31 and 41 seconds respectively, 2 in OT. Could have been done this series, but no, it has been fairly competitively expected, at least to be so. Here is Tokyo. Well, he has at least the back wall, gets a 2nd touch here, should be a follow through, it needs to be on target.
No.
And KUXIR's old age perhaps here may have thought the post was a bit taller in his day, not able to slot that one home.
we've been talking about the KUXIR97 shoots attacked too high. Aim for the stars. Well, perhaps a little bit later. It is a lovely star-studded sky right here. And this, a long attempt. He is in the place. Cooks goes for a solo effort. I see almost. He goes for a solo effort as the rest of his teammate is still way deep back. RYSFOX at -1. GrowSnoop's defender. Drop down on the ground. It goes. BADNEZZ. What a touch. What a spot.
You're giving BADNEZZ all the credit. Look at what Tokyo just decided to do. Plays the position top right just enough where the ball has to be. That's precision. BADNEZZ, yes. A glorious attempt to get on target, but you have to give credit, fully rightly so, to the assister too.
Bravo Tokyo and bravo BADNEZZ. That's goodness. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. And with the lead, Gotham City would love to add a second one because this series incredibly close-knit. PISKY with a shot of his own off the crossbar, and we've seen that getting hit so many times this match and this series. It seems to be a favorite of both of the teams.
I can tell you what, they won't be enjoying us going out if that's the particular episode that we seem to be on here, and that's okay. By both standards, I think it'll be acceptable, and Cooks should have been scoring that one realistically. But in the grand scheme of the old Italian here, he's probably just thinking, let's get this one saved. Let's reset the play here. And then he has at least got 2 of GrowSnoop's out of position from it.
Look at that. Cooks leading the ball. Just keeps on possession by constantly throwing a block. BADNEZZ long effort from the corner. Nobody from GrowSnoop's can take it. And it's a second one for him. Gotham City in a lovely position. Their aggression, just again, it all started with KUXIR moving on up, and then Gotham City never let go.
Not when you have that sort of glint in the eye. That sort of competitive edge that you just have. You know it if you just play, especially play in these moments. RYSFOX, he's in the grand scheme of things, still learning his craft. As unfortunate his counterpart has been doing it for so long that others may forget that he's still around in kicking, and here he is, downwards ball here. RYSFOX and PISKY double commit here. It should be a nice idea here, forced by EKON with the demo, both sides exposed temporarily, and what a save by the Belgian, and that will at least temporarily in the grand scheme jam hold it at 2-0.
They just need to continue, and yet another shot by GrowSnoop's off to the side, but defenders still need to be in the spot. Cooks intercepts the ball from behind, and EKON still finds himself a pass. You could see just how long that ball was hanging in the air, and yet still Gotham City were not the first one to get to that ball. GrowSnoop's need to find a lot in this game, perhaps starting with shots. This is the lowest lowest shooting game they had so far as Cooks. Strong shot. That crossbar just keeps on almost denying the champion. But there you have it, a 3-0. Cooks on the board. 4 shot for him. Danny, Gotham City is looking like they're on a roll.
I don't like Jam for making that statement. If you're a bit superstitious or believe in jinxes, he just called Cooks a champion. He is, of course, rightly so, but he isn't one tonight here, Jam. But that crossbar.
Not yet.
We don't even use the word yet. He hasn't got to the final yet. In this one here by EKON, good save. And there he is, 1 touch away.
They're exchanging a couple of pleasantries on the blue side of the field as Gotham City. This game on point when it comes to staving away GrowSnoop's. PISKY gets dispossessed by EKON, and I don't think either of them were actually happy as a result of that. Threat removed by themselves as Gotham City are looking for yet another attack. More touches left and right. Anybody for Tokyo? Well, there's BADNEZZ is making a challenge, making the GrowSnoop's make the move. And that's already half of the work done.
EKON should be looking for something a bit more there. Strong shot, of course, so there must be fancying the siege of some description, but with 10 odd seconds left, this game is done. It is what we would love to say. Rightly so. A decider between these two, Jam. It has effectively gone to a best of 1 now.
They got to this respective series by finishing a best of 5 in 5 games. And maybe it's only fitting that, again, they're going for the same one. KUXIR, very well-deserved MVP of the game. EKON, under 100, and either changing his car or doing something because he feels like he has not been performing well in this match. And I think it's for a very good reason. His stats speak for himself. Almost no participation on the field. For Gotham, this is the biggest score differential that we've seen in this series. Should do them well coming into game number 5 as we're going to be entering Champions Field, but it is still a 5 minutes that Gross Noobs would love to spoil for Gotham.
Well, let's see if they are dare enough to provide a joker or two, or will it be a slippery slope for one of them? But Jam, what is nice, it is a championship field. It has been a while since we've seen it's us two together on this particular pitch here. Let's see who steps up.
Straight from the kickoff. Bit of a neutral game. Gross Noobs are in the blue side of the field, but they do not have long bouts of possession to really get anything out of it. This, I think, has all of the signs of the game that's going to be slow played, well thought through, no risks taken. Alternatively, the team that takes the risk first might lose the most.
So who is brave enough to take the risk? You have to go for it at some point. You cannot win the game just by standing still. Time waits for nobody, and RYSFOX with one little pop, trying to get it round. Blocked it goes, and EKON has gone back to his trusty car. Some would say it might be a bit of gamesmanship, but he genuinely plays it, and he has played well enough here, and that's a double commit here. And that could be the mistake Jam was referring to earlier.
Ooh. Little touch for PISKY in direction of Tokyo's net. Gotham City is surviving. Long, clear, on target. Celebrations abound in Gotham City. Get themselves on board. They have put in another mask, another costume. They're incredibly aggressive. They get to the challenges first. Demos keep flying out left and right. Even in positions where you don't expect the demo, Gotham City just goes. Oh, they are fired up down.
Rightly. So they have to be, as Rise with one play and Cooks just moves it across here. You have to be up for these type of matches, especially when you're in these situations here, because if you aren't, there is something badly wrong here, and that's a decent shot on target and a better save on the other side.
BADNEZZ now starts something of his own. Hinge of EKON in the air. To the corner it goes. And it is once again Gotham who collects the ball. Gross Noobs a bit afraid to move around the field because they know around every single corner there's a Gotham City player waiting, trying to bump, trying to demo. In front of a net, it requires almost 3 players of Gotham City, but they still survive and persevere. On the other side, BADNEZZ, how about a pinch? Gonna put it past PISKY.
Oh no. Backwards touch wasn't ideal. It will, of course, at least allow one player to be unlocked in Tokyo. It's just fired it again. Rice wasn't in the right position to grab something out of it here. And EKON back wall. It has been RYSFOX up. Good save by Tokyo. And Cooks, he's got a block as well here. This is scrappy defending, but defending nonetheless.
How about this? A little bit of slow play, a bit of fake out play on the wall. Tokyo does not get the connection, and BADNEZZ does not get the connection. By the end, PISKY just ran out of space and nothing to do on the wall. This pace though on target by RYSFOX. BADNEZZ comes in time and roll out to the other side. Go Gotham City.
EKON, Tokyo, that's a poor touch. That is a poor touch indeed. Cooks will be removed off the pitch, but his last contribution was just get it away. What famous words that might have been said here about 3 years ago on this stream here as Cooks once more just getting that secondary play into the wall.
There's a long clear Tokyo. No players to collect it besides Gross Noobs. But then again, the moment PISKY tries to caress the ball, you can see the Gotham City crashes on top of him. Gross Noobs feels like going to be spending the last 90 seconds of this game right in front of that net. But Gotham City still persevere from any old angle. They find a touch and keep it away from Gross Noobs and their decisive shots.
Didn't even get more, unfortunately, nerve-wracking here. That's one touch, trying to get, of course, a natural angle, not able to get through a defender, and that's on target. That's very much on target.
And that is KUXIR97, ladies and gentlemen. The Italian has his long scope, has his trusty eye, and he shoots. He scores. Gotham City 2-0. And this was only the third shot from Gotham. They are working out on perfect efficiency. Make that 4 shots. But Gotham haven't really had that many chances. Most importantly, they do keep converting them, and their defense is staying strong. Never mind.
Wisdom comes with age, unfortunately not a elixir of youth. KUXIR not good enough, unfortunately, to get to that ball. And just like that, what seemed an unassailable, comfortable 2-0 lead. Now, at the edge of your chair, wondering will he hold on here with 50 seconds. He got on to the ball here. He has been had certain potency in these type of matchups before and could do some, of course, harm to KUXIR, has done in the past before.
More attempts, just trying to bring the ball around to the front, but Gross Noobs keep on encountering Gotham City's defenders well positioned. KUXIR, an attempt on target. PISKY on the other side of the field was trying to collect the clear, but did not have the angle, and so a return, and BADNEZZ plays it as slow as he humanly can. Molasses kind of a play. Shot on target. KUXIR97 not good enough of a clear, perhaps, but he has teammates in the toe. To the corner it goes. The timer is running out. Danny, it might be celebration for Gotham City for Gross Noobs. 1 goal might decide it all. Corner off the crossbar, out, and EKON and the rest of Gross Noobs need to carry it across the field. Do they have the boost? EKON's on the ground. He is playing. Was playing at the very least. The Merc doesn't help him. Gotham City, Danny, KUXIR97, everybody are the winners.
Well, they are. Rightly so. Oh, may I not said that so loud, about be biased here. They have played such a strong game. Mind you, there is, of course, tougher opponents in the bracket here. Gross Noob, mind you, let's be fair to them. They're not a pushover. Probably, in most sides, probably maybe had a decent attempt to run to the final here, Jam. But here is why we play it. It's for results like that, and certainly why KUXIR hasn't let the controller drop.
We wouldn't want him. We absolutely would not want him. The rest of the matches in the bracket have already finished as well, so we can, if we had a chance to look at some of them, I can already bring you the results. The opponent of the Gotham City in the semifinals, of course, going to be Lorry Drivers. We've seen them plenty of times already in Rendez-Vous, Gom, Hips, and Noasaki. While on the other side of the bracket, Mediterranean and OGCFC are going to be the other pairing. Natra, Seisen, and Raziers, Mediterranean boys, Louis P as their fourth, versus Zaberg, Gilfin, and Flex. It's always nice to see some Nordic representation as well. We're going to be following the Lorry Drivers and Gotham City match, while Rocket Baguette are going to be taking the next semi. Danny, it has been an absolute pleasure. How are you going to celebrate KUXIR's win?
By watching the semi-final, Jam. As simple as that.
Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see you after a short break. When we come back, Rendez-Vous semi-final, Lorry Drivers versus Gotham City with KUXIR97, your Season 2 World Champion. Get yourself a little break, grab yourself a drink. We'll be right back.